In the event of a nuclear detonation and EMP pulses that ravage the electrical lines and telephone lines, in the event of civil unrest, would you have the ability to get home and get to a safe location and be unnoticed? Could you be a gray man? What is a gray man? The concept of a gray man can be boiled down to these things: being able to blend in and not standing out in your environment, being able to go through unnoticed by understanding certain things that you need to do as not to attract attention. Gray man is being so bland, no one remembers ever seeing you. You just pass through unnoticed, unobserved. Gray man allows you to go unnoticed, so those that may want to take advantage of you just don't notice you. The gray man concept is a survival tactic for an SHTF situation. Why is gray man concepts so important? In the event of a prolonged grid down situation, people are going to come panic, and then they're going to start taking everybody else's resources. Somebody with kids and starving, they're going to do a lot to make sure their children eat. If you stand out as someone who has something of value, you are the target. Somebody's going to want what you have. Okay, we're going to talk about 3 rules to become a gray man. Rule number 1 to become a gray man is determine a baseline of what people are wearing or in your area. You don't want to stand out. You don't want name brands. You don't want to make eye contact either. You want to be plain, as in gray. For example, if I'm at the golf course, I'm going to be probably wearing slacks and a polo and golf shoes. But if I'm at the beach, I'll be wearing a swimsuit. So you need to be wearing the appropriate attire for the area that you're in so that you're not observed. What is normal for the given environment in the way that they move, in the way they talk, and the way they get around. So to determine the baseline, all you have to do is sit back and look at what everybody's dressed in before you go into the environment and model your behavior and dress accordingly. When it comes to the concept of gray man, the object is not to draw attention to yourself. So standing out is not good. Being a part of the scenery and unnoticed is good. Rule number 2, avoid creating a stimulus. What would be a stimulus? A Nike hat. I might remember the Nike. A flag shirt. I might remember the flag. You don't want to stand out. Pink shoes, yellow shoes, things that would stand out would make you a target. That's not gray man. The reticular articulating system notices things out of the ordinary. That's your brain noticing, picking up on things, and it sticks in your head. So, as a basic principle and fundamental of a gray man, you need to not stand out like a sore thumb. During a time of civil unrest, you don't want to draw any attention to yourself. So the plainer you can dress and the more you fit in, the better off you are. How do we avoid creating stimulus or stimuli? That brings us to rule number 3. Blend in. Number 1 to blending in is dress accordingly to the crowd you're in. Consider wearing a plain t-shirt over wearing shirts with logos. Logos are going to create stimulus. Have you ever been to the mall and somebody at a kiosk tries to draw you in? As soon as they make eye contact with you, they pull you into their sales. Okay, so you don't want to make eye contact, and you want to engage in as little conversation as possible. Number 3, do not appear threatening. Although you may be carrying a weapon, you need to appear non-threatening because you will be the target. So when you observe your surroundings, be casual about it. You don't want a confrontation. That's definitely going to leave an impression, and you will definitely not be great, man. Instead of maybe looking directly at everything, use a newspaper or a book and scan that way. Also, smells can leave a strong impression, so minimize your smells. If you're a hunter, you already know this. If you're in the forest and the deer can smell you, you're not going to get a shot off that day. So manage your smells. Okay, you're in a SHTF situation, and you need to get to your house to get your bags and get your other stuff before you bug out. Make sure that you apply the gray man tactics, and good luck and be safe.